This is by far the toughest video I've ever had to make. We talked about it last week. We said that this was definitely a possibility and probably what they were going to do, and of course they wait till the 30th of the month to announce it. The New York Rangers have bought out the final year of Henrik Lundqvist's contract. Yeah, as a Ranger fan who has been a fan since this guy started, and it sucks to see. It really does. He was the Rangers' rock for the last 15 years, no matter what. Carried the team on his back and had incredible moments as a New York Ranger. Most wins, most shutouts, all that stuff. All the stuff he's done off the ice with this Henrik Lundqvist Foundation and Garden of Dreams. Guy just loved being a New Yorker. If you're on Twitter today, you've obviously seen all the stuff from the Rangers, from Henrik Lundqvist himself, multiple reporters just thanking him for being on the team and being such a wonderful guy. It's heartbreaking. It's officially the end of an era, and it's the era that I started watching hockey, and it sucks. I'm not going to go into all the business of it. I went over that last week when we discussed what they should do with him. This is more of just like a thank you video and a personal video for myself. I got my first NHL video game on the GameCube in, I want to say 06 or 07. And I'll never forget going into the game and seeing Kevin Weeks in net and not being able to find Henrik Lundqvist. The game came out before the lockout year, and they never put Lundqvist in the game, and I was so upset. But when I finally got my hands on NHL, I believe it was 2K9 for the Wii, Henrik Lundqvist was finally in that. Now, I'll never forget just like being so happy that like my favorite player and the guy who's been here since I started watching is finally in the game. It's just little stuff like that you'll end up remembering. Every game I've watched with my dad, it's been Lundqvist in net, Lundqvist in goal every time. Obviously a Stanley Cup appearance when they won, when they went through Montreal. I was a freshman in high school when they went to the finals, and seeing Lundqvist jump up and down in the crease with McDonough and then Brassard going after him, just stuff like that you'll remember and be thankful for, that this guy was your backbone. For the 2012 Winter Classic, I'll always remember painting my cousin's apartment downstairs in my basement. I wanted to watch the Winter Classic so bad that I just stopped painting and went upstairs and everyone got mad at me. And then Henrik Lundqvist with the save on Danny Briere. I ended up watching the whole game. He was the rock for that game too. Multiple franchise records. He is the king of New York. I saw a good tweet today from... he's from New York. He is a MLB player. Matt Seelinger. He's always tweeting about the Rangers. Can we stop with the no cup BS? Henrik Lundqvist was simply greatness. Underlying stats, analytically, eye test, you name it. Appreciate his greatness. This guy was just unbelievable at his job. Fan or not, we all just had an opportunity to watch the greatest do it. And I could not have said it better myself. If you appreciate the game of hockey, you'll understand why this is so big. Not even to Ranger fans, but to the entire hockey world. He was one of the greatest all time to ever play goaltender in the National Hockey League. And yes, of course you could say the no cups. It doesn't matter to the Rangers fans. It doesn't matter that he had no cups. It doesn't matter to hockey in general that the guy never won a Stanley Cup. The guy was one of the best goaltenders of his era. The Rangers made the playoffs in 06 and 07 on the backs of Henrik Lundqvist. They haven't made the playoffs in a really long time since then, and it almost gave the little Rangers some hope. I'll never forget crying on the couch when the Rangers lost to Buffalo in 07, and my dad and my uncle come up to me and they said, you know, it's going to be another year. There's always next year. And ever since then, I've been confident with that because it was Lundqvist who was on the team for every season. And as a 21-year-old, I understand everything that's going on right now. And it's crazy to think that, you know, Igor Shesterkin is going to be that guy for most of the younger fans. It's just very, very weird. Hank was a guy that he could always be relied on in a Ranger uniform. And I don't know. It's just weird. Like I said before, it's a very weird day. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Maybe he'll retire. I mean, he loves New York. The guy spent all of his life here. It's either been here in R Sweden, Ari Sweden, Ari Sweden. I think it's R. I think he retires. I think he retires. Um, but if he goes to another team, then for a 1 year deal, I hope it's Detroit or something because I want to go see Stahl and Lundqvist so bad. I don't. It's crazy to think that they'll be on another team, especially Stahl and Lundqvist. Like, the guy, oh, you only picture that guy in a Ranger jersey. Um, I can go on with so many memories about Hank, but as a Ranger fan, I just want to thank you, King. Uh, you've been nothing but an absolute animal and warrior as a New York Ranger, and I think that's it. Uh, to Hank, thank you for being my favorite player throughout a decade and a half. Start of my hockey fan life. First playoff win. It's definitely tough to see you go, but I'm just happy it happened. I'm happy you were a New York Ranger for as long as you were. You'll always be a New York Ranger at heart. Thank you, Hank.